about it yesterday about how obnoxious she is to play against, and I don't think I've realized it until now that I see a Symmetra almost every other game. Rather, Symmetra was used before as kind of a niche hero, a hero used by a lot of one tricks, but she is fairly obnoxious. Her turrets do end up slowing you down, which can be quite a bit of a pain to a tank and a support. Doesn't like Edison actually going over to the Doomfist instead, though. As we do see May Doomfist. Okay, so punching people into the walls is going to be the main aim, but Sparkle is sticking on the Vara. So we are seeing a little bit of variation when it comes to it. GC Busan, they're going to have such big problems dealing with Sparkle, though. And look, his ult charge already, Harry. Like, the point isn't even unlocked.
He's hitting these rockets, man. There needs to be a good wall here. Sparkle needs to be walled out, potentially, but they're also looking for these bisections, so they've got Alpha.
Yeah, well, that's the best start you could possibly hope for, to be honest. But they do end up trading main tanks, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But Sparkle already has the barrage. I'm not sure anybody from GC Busan Wave really caught that one. He does manage to find one, but the problem is you're going to get traded out rather easily as Delight takes you out of the skies. Attempts were made by Edison as well to try and get onto the high ground with the Doomfist. Everybody going fairly low on the side of Element Mystic, though. No real protection for the rest of the team, and D.Va can kind of scoop up the rest of the kills. Nice little wall there to stop the healing coming through from MCD. Point guard unlocked. GC Busan will end up finding the first cap, but Element Mystic are going to jump straight back on there as MCD is still alive with the Nano.
Yeah, he's going to have to use that, but he won't be able to get it on Alpha because the line of sight was blocked by the May wall jaws. It's going to be cleaned up here for GC Busan Wave, and Ritz was really the hero of that entire fight for me. Lionel was the only one who managed to catch Sparkle on that barrage, get a huge amount of eating done with the defense metrics, but he also 8 heals that were headed for Unique from MCD, making sure that Mercy wasn't getting healed up, allowing for the kill afterwards as well, so ensuring that Sparkle didn't have anything to try and sustain him in that fight, nor did MCD. Would have had to have used that bardic grenade to sustain himself. Sparkle obviously coming in from high ground again, trying to burn some of that defense matrix as he builds up towards this next barrage, but this is where GC Busan, they want to be here. They've got the opportunity to wall people in on the point.
Yeah, that they do. And Edison's almost got the Meteor Strike as well, so he can kind of commit his whole self to the back line and then just escape for free. So they are up to 75% now, so they should be okay. Nice little pick off by Edison already, taking out Alpha. A Resurrection will end up coming through, and they actually punish the Lucio for trying to aid in the Resurrection. But as it gets eaten by Ritz, Sparkle picks up himself a nice little double kill, but can he make any more of an impact here on the point? Delight's just quite easily taking him on the field as Sparkle has to be near the ground in order to do damage because everybody's just sitting on the point. The Coalescence from field are coming out as well. Sparkle ends up falling over, and GC Busan still continuing to hold this point. Daydream with a double kill, sends off the beat in the end, and Element Mystic now staggering themselves back onto this point. Alpha's going to be able to get the supercharger down, but it's going to do little to nothing as that Meteor Strike lands, and GC Busan are going to clean the rest of Element Mystic up.
And again, Ritz is the hero. He's looking so good on this D.Va, man. He managed to eat up the Blizzard as well. He's just staying alive. He's so evasive, even though he's taken a lot of damage from Sparkle. Evidently, D.Va is not dead yet, and well, that's a pretty dominating start here for GC Busan Wave, pulling Element Mystic on the defensive on a pull. Going over to Sanctum now. I'm expecting maybe we'll see Alpha go over to something else. Like I said, his Orisa has not been the usual pick for Element Mystic. They would usually bring out Takoyaki when they want the Orisa. Maybe Alpha's been grinding it. It's been going very well in scrims. I don't know the internal ways these teams work, of course. Delight, I think, here is just on the Symmetra to give a teleporter, because it's so important to have that movement speed when you have an Orisa, because obviously does not have much mobility. Very static hero, doesn't mean that they can get into place very quickly. There it is. Pop out there, Orisa, and then you just swap over quickly for Delight.
No, I was kind of hoping we'd see a little bit of Symmetra. Like I say, it's fairly obnoxious to play against.
Good shield pressure.
Unfortunately not. Going to be, yeah, a whole lot of shield pressure on the McCree and Delight. Oh, well, that's not the best start in the world. Unfortunate. Both main tanks finding the kills to start off with, but Daydream going down for GC Busan Wave is kind of disastrous, as Element Mystic now have 2 healers, and GC Busan have, well, they have 1. And it is going to be a Zenyatta healing them up in the front line, which isn't the greatest in the world. Point is going to get unlocked, and Element Mystic will jump on there for potentially their first point cap of the game. Nice little wall off as Sparkle does demolish the backline. Dungo is then going to end up going down. Edison falls as well as Unique gets the double boot. Element Mystic are going to cap 2, and that'll be Z1 in through the front line as well. GC Busan Wave, they're going to have to go once again. Unique with the big boot parry. There's himself a whole bunch of ult charge going into the next fight.
Sorry, Daydreamer says you may have your mortality field, but it does not work against environmental kills. Sparkle are also super good on the timing. Manages to use his Ice Block to avoid an incoming flashbang from McCree. And now Edison and Delight are swapping over to this close quarters composition. They want to run straight in with Daydream and his speed boost. That's a good hole.
Good hole, he finds one. MCD ends up falling off. Use the Coalescence as well, so that's now not available for this or the next fight. Edison does end up going down, but that Blizzard should be enough. XC just went towards the back line, even fading and kind of getting owned by his own water by Sparkle's wall. But it doesn't matter, they were already dead anyway. Element Mystic now, with a couple of ults still to spare, control the point still. 50% on the board now, and GC Busan can't really get past this main choke, especially against a Mei who's just so good at holding these.
Yeah, Edison's going to have trouble trying to engage here. There's a wall in his way. It's a bit of a preemptive wall rather than a bisecting one. Now it's going to be a big disengage from the Mystic. They try and get themselves back together.
Edison's going to jump onto the point, or at least try and seismic slam onto the Moira. Didn't end up working out so well though, as Alpha gets pulled off the edge. Edison goes a little bit wide with his rocket punch, and Eggsy is going to clean up the point for the time being. Fielder and Jungle end up going down. Unique finds yet another boot kill, this time on Edison. And Element Mystic looking like it's going to be 100-0 on this map as well. 80% on the board already, and GC Busan have to come back with only a supercharger.
And they're holding so aggressively. GC Busan Wave, when they make these aggressive pushes as well, trying to create that space, they are getting environmental kills. Element Mystic need to be a lot more careful as we go into this final fight.
Another pull-off. That was very, very close. Delight almost fell off the edge, which pretty much signaled the end of the fight. But him being alive is going to be also important. He's so close to that Blizzard. 30% away. If he can just stay alive, it's going to be perfect for GT Busan. Nice pick-up to start off the fight, though, as Sparkle ends up finding one. Meteor Strike's going to get used as well on the back line. Edison finds yet another kill. MCD ends up going down. Element Mystic routed. GT Busan finally end up capping the point, but it is going to be an OT. Does mean Element Mystic need to win one fight to take this map and send us to a third one on control.
You love to see the new combos, George. You can see Busan Wave doing the old Meteor Strike and Hulk combo there. Django dragging everyone in so that Edison can deliver the maximum burst damage from that ultimate, eviscerating MCD even while he had Coalescence up. That ultimate's not going to be available for like another 20 seconds now. Sparkle's almost got the Blizzard though. They're going around the back, making sure there's no chance for environmental kills, and they can try and use this area for safety and cover as they engage.
Oh, nice Blizzard E by Hub, and that's the start you wanted to see. Coalescence is going to get used by Fielder across the map. They still manages to reach the point, however, as the beat comes out as well. There's so much pressure on the front line, but that big Blizzard straight into the Death Blossom. XE finds himself 3 kills. The Self-Destruct finds 1, but it doesn't matter. That's a 4th kill there for XE. And Jisoo Busan didn't really see that combo coming. And Mystic ends up destroying, getting a team kill. And this manages to get back onto the point in time, but Alpha quickly dispatches of him. And now it's all about the cleanup for Element Mystic. Just stay alive underneath the Coalescence. You even have the beat to back you up if you really need it, but they shouldn't. Element Mystic are going to be able to claim Sanctum as we do get sent to our third map.
That was a great performance there for Element Mystic, turning it around from 100-0 that occurred on the first stage. That could be so demoralizing, Jaws. Of course, it's just going to be a little bit of cleanup here and there, but Jisoo Busan Wave can't do anything here. I really liked a smart Maywall usage from Sparkle during that final fight. Actually walled off the path to the pit to make sure that they could not be double booped, because we actually saw everyone being booped towards the side, and then you'd likely try and combo that with a follow-up halt from your Orisa as well, because you can take people a very long way over the side if Jungkook's on the same page. So Sparkle puts a wall between themselves and the pit to make sure that there's no further displacement that can be applied to try and clutch out against them in that final fight scenario. Going over now on to Shrine. Looks like we are going to see Element Mystic play more of a regular composition as we'd expect. The new GOATs from Overwatch League.
Yeah, I mean, this was the big question. Were the teams going to just straight go up into this comp, knowing it's one of the better comps in the game currently, or were they going to flex up a little bit? We've seen a little bit of flexing here and there, and Edison, once again, jumping on the Doomfist. You thought it'd be the other way around. If you saw the team names, you'd be like, okay, Element Mystic playing Doom. This makes a lot of sense, but Edison this time around playing it. Sparkle seems to prefer the main, obviously Eggsy on the Reaper. It's a lot of damage from the skylight there as Hubin is on top of the wall. That Malcolm missile damage is nothing to be scoffed at if you're GC Busan, and Edison already goes down, but losing Alpha, your main tank's pretty bad unless you got XZ on your team, killing off Jungkook as well. Double kill to start off the fight for Element Mystic as they do move on to the back line. You got to kill Delight before you can end this team fight. He just dominates the points just so well on the May, can block people up, of course. There will be a coalescence to try and savor this fight, but a little bit wasted, I feel like, on the side of Fielder. I'm not entirely sure what that one was about, as your main tank was dead, like another person was down. There's not really any hope as XC was running around rampant. Bit of a wasted ult, but at least Daydream's got that beat coming into the next. But Element Mystic have got almost 6 ults of their own.
So much damage done, Jules. Eggsy basically got his Death Blossom as far as you get Coalescence. He's doing big damage on this Reaper, and you lose out on that when you bring out the Doomfist instead. You've got the burst damage, you've got a bit more utility, but you cannot substitute that for a huge amount of pressure onto the tanks.
Beautiful wall off. Got Coalescence going through, and XZ can just wait for this defense matrix or a freeze onto the Diva. However, the Beast's going to come out first for Daydream. It doesn't help Jungkook though, as he ends up going down. A nice little move onto XZ straight into the Blizzard, and this is the fight they were after. You got to kill XZ before this fight can begin if you're GC Busan. Edison manages to find the kill with a punch into the wall, but Element Mystic still controlling this ground. And with Jungkook going down as well, they haven't really got any shields to hide behind. They're just hoping for a self-destruct kill. There will be Habin chucking his in as well. However, he doesn't get anything, and Ritz comes up with a kill onto Alpha, and now they can move back on, knowing Jungkook's going to be back in no time at all.
XZ is also going to come back very quickly though as well. Reaper's got multiple movement abilities, and Edison's trying to clean it up.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen. As soon as Jungkook puts his shield on the point, your supports are going to be saved. The rest of your team as well, as you can kind of huddle behind it. Edison finds the kill onto XZ. They should be able to clean the rest of it up. And Element Mystic, they do end up losing the point. But GC Busan now have to fight against this. 68%. That's a fight and a half if you're Element Mystic. And they have that Blizzard coming into the next fight. Delight is a little bit further behind.
We've seen lots of beating Blizzard so far, Jules. Already 2 in the series. We're going to have to see these mates be a lot more idealist about when they use it. But Edison's not like this!
What are you doing, Edison? He's up on the high ground, tried to get the ground pound, but decided against it when he saw 6 members of Element Mystic. XZ is now just going to walk to the back line without fear. However, Delight has got that Blizzard almost. They are just going to hold on to this point, using that Coalescence to push everybody away. Sparkle ends up killing Jungkook, and this is basically it and over for GC Busan's attack. They're going to commit the Blizzard anyway and hoping to find a couple of kills. They do start off the fight pretty well in Unique. With actually 1 support going down, this is very winnable now for GC Busan. XZ gets punched around as well, but turns around 180 straight to the face of Edison, manages to pick up the kill, and now it's going to be on Delight to try and control the pace of this fight. XZ's in a whole lot of trouble as the self-destruct does find the kill, as GC Busan continue to hold this point.
Ritz has managed to keep touching it, coming in through different entrances, Jaws, even while Element Mystic were in control of the point. As far as we were concerned, for such a long time, they never got the flip over to start accruing percentage. What a fantastic fight from GC Busan Wave, and again, it's Daydream. He's done it 2 fights in a row. Booping XZ midway through that Death Blossom, making sure it wasn't doing